Hello, everyone. Welcome to the topic discussion of the root causes of phobias. And when I say phobias, I'm talking about all phobias. I mean, there's so many, 25, 30 type of phobias, and some of them not so easy to pronounce. But what phobias create is a lot of anxiety and fear as the person is experiencing. Sometimes, or a lot of times they feel cold. They feel like they're in danger, that they're not in control of what's going on, or they weren't in control in the situation that you yourself have experienced, or the ancestor whom you are repeating and what happened to them. So the best question to ask yourself would be, what happened to your mother when she was pregnant with you? What did she experience? If your mother is still with you, it would be a good question for you to ask her. And what did your mother experience while birthing you that may have been unpleasant and created a lot of fears? So those are always the good questions to ask, but because you probably will find the answer there, in the history of your ancestors, the stories, that type of a discernment. Agoraphobia, for example, the fear of being outside or even going outside. Question would be, did something happen to you or your ancestor while you were outdoors that created this fear, or a situation where you felt that no one was going to hear you, see you, no one was going to be able to help you? Kind of like the COVID situation and not being able to go outside and allowed to go to hospitals, medical centers, etc., unless you were very, very ill with the symptoms of COVID. Now, panic attacks involve all phobias. Because everyone at some point has experienced a panic attack for one reason or another. But that panic attack indicates, usually when it keeps recurring, is that it's a memory of a moment, of a situation that wasn't pleasant in your life or in the ancestor you are duplicating and repeating. These attacks are unconscious messages, reminders, alarms that the mind is triggering because it's an unrepaired memory and it keeps coming up. But it's the body's way of everything that you're feeling of letting you know that it's unrepaired and needs to be repairing. So another situation would be, did you lose something? Did you lose something that caused you to panic? Did you lose someone that caused that type of a panic feeling? So it's important to notice the time of day it occurs, where it occurs, the places that it occurs to you. Is kind of very simple to kind of figure it out. It's very common sense. I mean, all of it is very common sense if you just take a moment to think about it. Or, situations, of course, that involve panic attacks and a lot of fear, and you want to flee from the situation, but you feel you can't. So again, noticing the time of day, the place, specific day, specific date that will lead you to it. Now, this can also include, panic attacks can also include memory of surgeries, wherein something was removed and now you feel like, there's a loss. And the fear and the panic of losing whatever it is you lost through the surgery. The emotion being experienced during the attack is the body's unconscious way of protecting you because it already knows subconsciously and unconsciously that it occurred before and not now. But it's also kind of like a message letting you know that it has not been repaired and that it needs to be repaired. That's why it keeps showing up for you. So pay attention to time of day, day of the week sometimes, the date, the place. That will lead you to knowing where it's coming from. Aerophobia, the fear of flying. The fear of flying, the same question, what happened to your mom when she was pregnant with you? And gets triggered when you're in an airplane, in an elevator, in an enclosed situation. Kind of involves a little bit of claustrophobia too, because it is a mental allergy that is being triggered from being in womb, because anything that's closed in like that, like an airplane, elevator, anything, that feels like you're closed in, represents the womb, and you in it is you in the womb. That's how kind of simple it is. Now, amoxophobia. Amoxophobia is a fear of being in a car, and for a lot of people, driving a car, because the car represents the womb and you in the womb, you in the car. So again, the question would be, what happened to your mom or your ancestor that you are repeating while your mom was pregnant? An accident of some type in a car? I mean, just go back and discern it. Go back and discern it. Know who your ancestor doubles are, or what happened to you, and you're going to find the answer of all types of phobias. They're pretty self-explanatory once you know what the phobia exactly is. Or what it represents, Anyway, that kind of sums up phobias. I intend this helps you in many ways. Thank you for always listening and sharing. Be well.